Many girls remember their first period with pain, regret, shame, and fear. Not because something was wrong with them, but because they were not prepared for it before it came. But as parents and caregivers, we can change that. We can prepare them and be with them and ensure that they have a beautiful start. What is first period? Medically, it is called menarche, and it is the first bleeding that a young girl experiences from a vagina. It is a normal part of puberty, and it only indicates that the body is growing normally and that this child is maturing. It's part of the development that a girl child should experience. So it is not sickness, it is not abnormal, it is nothing to be afraid of, it is nothing to be embarrassed about. But embarrassment comes in when they were not prepared for it. And that is why we are doing something about to ensure that we change that. Girls have their first period between the ages of 9 and 15, somewhere in between, and some have that a little bit earlier, some have their first a little bit later. So what are the signs that the first period is approaching? What should we as parents or caregiver look out for? The first period usually doesn't just happen suddenly. The body gives signs months or even 1 or 2 years before that period eventually comes. So the common signs that we can look out for, including breast development, growth sprouts, where the girl started growing and you have all the shapes and coming out. We also have hair growth around the pubic hair region, on the arm, around the abdomen and all that. We also have vaginal discharge, normal. We have mood and body changes. These are basic signs that this girl is approaching puberty, and any moment from that time she can have her first menstruation. The first period are often irregular and unpredictable. This is completely normal. It can remain irregular for the first 1 or 2 years, and it may be light or heavy, it may be moderate, it may be for a short or long period of time. I'm talking of days now. Some we have it for 2, 3, 4 days, some we have it 5, 6 or 7 days, and the frequency also differs at the beginning. Some we have cramps, that's abdominal pain, discomforts. Most girls will have mood changes, and some will not have pain, some will have pain. And these cycles, like I said, can take up to 1 to 2 years before it becomes regular, before you can actually track it and know that, okay, this is the cycle of this child, or as a little girl, this is my cycle. Now, how do we prepare our girls for their first period? How do we get them ready? Preparation can turn a frightening experience into a confident one, right? And we need to get them ready. That is the essence of this video. I call this first period kits. So what should be in this first period kit, and who should have it, and where should we keep it, right? The first thing that is expected to be in the first period kit is sanitary pad. We also need an extra underwear, an extra pants. There is a need for tissue, paper or wipes. There is need for pain killer. Popular one and the most acceptable one and safe one is paracetamol. And a snack, biscuit or chocolate bar. Why do we need chocolate bar or biscuits in period kits? Because you need something to just comfort this girl. Blood coming out for the first time is going to bring a lot of scare, a lot of fear, and cramps too. When she wants to take a painkiller, she needs to eat something, right? So it may not be around the food time, around the meal time, so there is need to have something to snack on. And most girls during their period, they crave sweet things. Most girl, not everybody, most female, right? We crave something sweet. So there is the need for that snack or chocolate so that she can have something to take with her painkiller. It's also good to just some encouragement, just something to make her feel better, right? It is very important. Don't put pad and everything and remove the chocolate or biscuits, please. So I'm going to go over it again very quickly. Sanitary pad 1, extra pants 2, tissue paper or wipes 3, painkiller 4, a snack or chocolate bar 5, and lastly a small pouch for privacy where you keep all of this thing inside, just not transparent, just something small, cute, and zip it and keep it there, right, for privacy. Having this kit ready helps these girls feel safe and prepared, especially in school. Now, how do we support them? That is the kit. How do we prepare them? How also do we support them? There is need for emotional support. It is very important. And there is need also for physical and psychological preparation. How a girl is treated during our first period will go a long way to define our experience for the rest of our reproductive year. I haven't forgot what happened during my first period, and you don't want to know how many years now. It's been decades, I promise you. And so it is important that we treat girls nicely, intentionally. All right, so how a girl is treated during her first period can shape how she feels about her body, about her reproductive years for the rest of her life, or for a very long time to come. All right, so this little girl needs reassurance. Tell her she's not sick, she's not crazy, nothing is wrong with her. She's actually normal and growing well, right? 2, tell her that her body is healthy and it is safe. She doesn't need approval from anybody. She's complete on her own. That she has not done anything wrong. Look at her in the eye and tell her, sweetheart, baby girl, you have done nothing wrong. This is not a punishment. You know that when blood is coming from somebody's body, it's danger. It's like injury or accidents, or somebody's about to die. All right, so you need to tell her that she's not about to die, she's not sick, she's not in danger, nothing whatsoever is wrong with her. And let her know that she can ask you any question about it. It is safe to ask questions. It is safe for her to share her fear. It is safe for her to tell her what she feels or what she has heard other people say. From what she has heard, there are misconceptions, there are rumors, there are lies, right? And when she brings them to you, those concerns, those fear for clarification, what you tell her will determine how she will go on in life. You need to address her fear objectively. Don't just tell her, oh, it's not true, they are lying, forget about it. No, you need to address whatever she has said objectively, allay her fears and reassure her that she's fine and nothing whatsoever is wrong with her body. All right, so this moment should never be filled with shame or fear. Let's quickly talk about menstrual hygiene, the basics of menstrual hygiene. She needs to know that there is need for her to change her pad. First of all, you need to show her how to apply a pad, right? I think I'm going to make another video very small to just describe how to apply pad on panties and how to discard them. Okay, a quick note, pad should not be flushed in water closets. All right, so she needs to know how to apply a pad properly. She also needs to know how to take it out, how to fold it and tie it correctly and discard it appropriately in a waste bin, not in water closet. It's not to be flushed. All right, she needs to know that pads should be changed between 4 to 6 hours, depending on her flow rate, depending on the intensity or the level of her flow, whether it is moderate or light or heavy. If she has a heavy flow, then she needs to change it even more frequently, right? Even more frequently than 4 hourly. So, but we put it at 4 to 6 hours, being a starter, right? And she needs to bath regularly. At least the girl needs to bath twice daily during her period. in the morning and before she sleeps in the night. And in between this time, she will have changed her pad depending on the rate of her flow. We talked about that already, right? So, but most importantly, she needs to wash her hand regularly, proper hand washing. It is important for anybody, whether girls or ladies or women, any female menstruating, to learn this basic hygiene, proper hand washing before easing yourself. Yes, before you go to when you are going to ease yourself, when you're going to the loo, when you're going to the restroom, the bathroom, the washroom, whichever one, you need to wash your hand with soap and water before you ease yourself, because you will be using that hand to wipe, and God knows where you have touched the doors and doors, the money, different items, different surfaces. You don't want to go and use that hand to wipe, right? That place is very sensitive. So you need to wash your hand before you clean yourself, before you use the bathroom, more than you need to wash your hand after. It's just like eating. Many people, we prefer to wash their hand after eating, not before. And you have everything on your hand, you have them with your meal, all right? So it is important you teach them to wash their hand before and after they visit the bathroom during their menstruation, all right? They also need to keep their underwear clean and dry. When you're changing your sanitary pad, if you notice the pants is soiled, please change it. Don't just change the pad alone. It's also important for girls to wash their pants with soap and water, rinse properly, and sun dry. Put it in the sun to dry. So for whatever reason, if you're unable to sun dry, when it's dry, please use hot iron to press it. Let that hot iron go over your pants if you're unable to dry it under the sun. So let me quickly go over it again. Recap for basic menstrual hygiene: proper hand washing before visiting the bathroom, regular change of sanitary pad between 4 to 6 hours or less, maybe 2 hourly, maybe 4 hourly, depending on the heaviness of your menstrual flow. There's also need to bathe regularly, at least 2 times in a day, at least 2 times in a day. And just use water to just wash that place. You don't need to apply soap, please. You don't even need to put Dettol in bath water. Just rinse with clean water properly. And also keep your underwear dry and clean. Wash them and sun dry. If you're unable to sun dry, please use iron to press it after it's dry. These simple habits prevent infection and build confidence. Now there could be irregularities in menses, and so when do you need to seek medical help? When do you need to see a specialist? When the period is starting before age 8, is 16 years old, and this girl has not seen her first menses, right? The bleeding is very heavy for a starter. It's not normal. When there is severe pain that is affecting activities of daily living, this girl is having so much pain, she's having so much discomfort that she can't even take care of herself. She can't go to school, she can't do her chores at home, she can't eat. There is need to seek medical attention, all right? When there's not yet 8 years old and she's seen her menses, there's need to see a specialist, a gynecologist. When she's 16 and above and she has not seen her first menses, when this menstruation comes with terrible pain that paracetamol cannot resolve, when this pain is even affecting our activities of daily living, or when the bleeding is extremely heavy, right? Please, there is need to let this child see a medical practitioner, a gynecologist preferably. In conclusion, every girl deserves to feel prepared, and they really need to be prepared. They need to be supported. They need to be encouraged for their first period before it comes. Let them be the one waiting for the period. Let them know everything they need to know before they see the menses. Let them know how to apply pad, what to do, when it comes. Please prepare them. By talking openly and early, we can replace fear and shame with understanding and confidence. I hope this video helps you to prepare your little girl, and I also hope this video help you as a little girl to get ready for your first menstruation, which is called Menarche. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this video with someone you know that will be in need of it. Like it and subscribe to this channel for more information and education on women and adolescent health, and so much more, even more than that. Thank you very much, and do have an amazing time. See you in my next video. Bye.